Hi Taurus, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot reader. This Taurus is your reading, your bi-weekly reading from the dates of the 11th to the 25th of July. I'm going to pull 6 cards initially. The first 3 are going to relate to this week, the 11th to the 18th. And the second 3 cards are going to relate to your second week, which is the 19th to the 25th. And obviously I'll pull additional cards as needed. I'm speaking fast. Oh my gosh, Taurus, right? I usually have a bit of a longer break between readings. Oh no. Taurus did not want a break. Taurus was like, now, do the reading now. Do the reading now. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to just do the reading. Because the reading wants to come through. There's a message for you, Taurus, and you need to hear it. So I'm going to deliver the message. Okay, so usually I'd speak, but whoa. It's just, oh my gosh. Right. This card at the bottom wants to come out. The Empress. I'll come back to that. It wants to come out. Why do you want to come out, Empress? Because you're talking to me like, okay, thank you. Okay, so, apologies for the quick start, but this, as I said, I'm going to just speak. Empress. The Magician is number 1 in the tarot, in the major arcana. Then the High Priestess is number 2, and then we get the Empress. Now, the Empress energy is almost a combination of those 2 energies. It's a combination of being able to manifest, having everything within yourself now to manifest. But it's also, so practically, like the Magician, but it's also a card of enlightenment. It's also a card of being, of using our intuition and feeling enlightened, okay? There's a message for you, for some of you, for someone, and it's the message is, you know what you want, so do it. That's the message. Now, I know that seems like a really dramatic thing, but that is the message. You know what you want, so do it. You know, some of you have met your wife. Oh my gosh. Sorry, when I have readings like this, I can't breathe. I'm so hot. Some of you have met your wife. This is what I'm being told here. This is what the energy is telling me. You're being stubborn. This is what's coming out. Apologies. You're being stubborn. You don't want to acknowledge it. But you know who your wife is. You've met your wife. You know who she is. That's a specific message for someone. I don't know who it is. That's a specific message that card wanting to come out. If you've met your wife, as in the person that you want to, if you've met the person that you think, oh my God, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, and yet you've not told that person yet, then Taurus, tell that person. And it could be someone from your past. Read the description below. If you're watching on your desktop or your laptop, whatever, or your iPad, read the description below. I don't think you can on your phone, but it just explains about the retrograde and the eclipse season and the energies that we'll be experiencing. And obviously we're looking back to our past, aren't we? Retrograde's about going backwards. Eclipses are about being, looking back at ourselves, looking at ourselves, our higher selves and our lower egos. Anyway, check that video out. Whoa. Okay, so this week I need to slow down. It's coming too fast. Sorry, just bear with me a second. Just have my drink from my Love Island water bottle. If you don't know what Love Island is, then I can't help you. Anyway, I got that last year, babe. Anyway, so the first card that we have, or the second card, is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is a card of, fours are about our foundations, our security, the structures in our life, and swords are about our minds, our mental clarity, our communication. That's why we call this card the card of meditation, because it's about taking into account, understanding, taking time out to understand our foundations, taking time out to think things through. So for some of you, whoever this Empress is, this wife is, it's either your actual wife or the person that you've just met and you think that you want them to be your wife. This maybe is about this week spending some time gaining that clarity. When that reading began, you know, it was like my head was clouded and the message was coming through. So that suggests to me that the universe is trying to come in. The universe is trying to make you conscious of the path that you should be on, or the person that you should be with, or the job that you should be doing. The universe is trying to give you signs and signals and trying to come through in your dreams or in your meditations and give you that clarity. And some of you are missing the message, or not adhering to the signs, or not recognizing the signs. So this week, try to take some time out to understand what's going on. I'm just checking that I've not run out of battery. Understand what's going on in your mind, to understand what it is you want, to understand at your foundations what it is you want. Listen. Because the next card that we get out is that needs clarity. Listen to what, universe? Listen to what? Come on, give us something clear. You know, the Fool. So it's about a new beginning. You know, this is about a new start. So the universe is trying to encourage you to have a new start. And I think it is with somebody. It is, you know, do you know what? I really get annoyed. Sorry, Taurus. I love you, Taurians. I love you. And I really get annoyed when I do these not annoyed, but because I know somebody, let's say this. I know somebody who's in a soulmate relationship or commitment, whatever, or not commitment, with a Taurus, okay? And they've not spoken to this Taurus for months, but it was all great. You know, this person said that she was really into him and he was really into her. Anyway, Taurus did what Taurus does. I don't know what that is, but he did what Tauruses do anyway, or what he does, whatever. And is nowhere to be seen now. So whenever I do these readings, I always obviously think about the situation with my friend and this person that she was dating or whatever. And it's frustrating to me because I get these messages and I feel like some people need this message. And it's probably not you watching. It's probably the other people that don't watch. You're probably the cross-watcher. And the Taurus is sat there not watching these videos. And it's like, if only Taurus could see that the universe is trying to speak to them directly, then maybe, or your partner could see Taurus. You know what I'm saying? So it's frustrating when you know of individuals that these situations directly affect, and there's nothing you can do to try to move those situations on. It's literally about universe, letting the universe come in, gaining that clarity, gaining that mental clarity. Sorry if I'm speaking fast. Sorry if this is confusing you and going over your head. But believe me, my head right now is like this. And that's your fault, Taurus. Because this is how the energy is coming through, okay? So the next card we have is the Tower. Now, people don't like the Tower. To me, the Tower energetically feels like the Ace of Cups, so it's overwhelming. I'm pretty sure this came out in your last reading, actually. It's for me, it's linked to. I've totally lost my train of thought. Sorry, it's sorry, Taurus. Okay, this is a situation that is coming through. You know, 18th, maybe around the 18th, actually, maybe around the 18th. I don't know if one of the planets is moving then, or one of the planets goes retrograde. Why the 18th just came to mind, I don't know. But the 18 came to mind then. So it could be around the 18th that an event happens, a shocking event happens. But remember with this energy that the Tower is all about putting you on your path. It's about putting you where you're meant to be. It's about if you've been lying to yourself, Taurus, and ignoring the fact that you've met your wifey, or you've met your hubby, or you've met your boo, or bear, or whatever they call it in around the world, the universe is going to try to bring this into it for you again, okay? We've got the Lovers here again. Now, this could be related to... Do you know what? I can't even lie to you and say it's related to work, Taurus, because it's not, because that message was so clear. these messages were so clear when I came in. Do you remember I had this with you before, Taurus? Sometimes your messages come through extremely strong. I wonder if I've got Taurus in my chart somewhere. I don't even know. Every time I ask my mum what time of day I was born, she always changes it. So me and my twin sister are the youngest of 8, so you know she's allowed to. You know, my mum and my dad, you know, the Catholic. Anyway, I'm digressing again. The love, you know, this is about a love relationship, and I really feel like the universe has been trying to tell you to like move toward this certain relationship, and you've been avoiding it, and it's not going to happen again. This is the card that needs to come out. This is what you've been doing. You know, you've been weighing up 2 options. Maybe some of you have got 2 people who you want to choose from. I always relate this card, even though it's related to Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, Earth energy, your energy. I always relate it to Pisces because of the emotion involved in making a decision. You know, you're finding it very hard to make a decision and to gain that clarity. But I think it's because you're not listening to your heart chakra. You're not listening to the universe that's trying to give you that clarity. And you're going to have to take some time out from the 18th. Maybe it's just holidays. Do you know, I think that there's school holidays in the UK begin around that time. So some of you could be having time off work, or it could be you could break your leg, or you could hurt yourself. Always when we have these 2 cards, if I had the Hermit as well, I'd know that it was a physical illness or a physical ailment. But one, again, that I've said is meant to bring you closer to where you're meant to be. Okay, I'm going to move on because I like to do 15 minutes for these readings, and I'm already at 11. So let's look at next week, the following week. So the 19th then to the 25th. So you've had this Tower moment this week, okay? Page of Wands, Justice, and these 3 cards came out in the last reading that I did with Pisces. So some of you could, and I just said Pisces. Oh my God. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces, even though there's no Cups energy here. It's just that these literally were in Pisces reading. Okay, and I always put them back in separately. I always put each card back in separately and then shuffle them and then cleanse them. Anyway, so, you know, the message is, then you come out on the bottom, your energy. The message is obviously going to be clear, is clear for you then. Pages are messages and helpers, things that help us, things that come into our life to help us, to make our lives easier. So it could be that you're finally, because you take some time out, you finally gain that clarity, that understanding, the message that the universe has been trying to give you. That could be the case. I'm going to clarify that card, actually. I'm going to just clarify the Page of Wands, actually. Oh, gosh. Well, I'll take this one, even though we've got those 3 as well. You know, movement, apology or love, and could be related to a Capricorn. Or someone that you... or a situation that you feel tied to. That's on the bottom now. Look at that. So there's a change gonna come. I won't call you on reading that because someone else's was called that last time. But the karmic cycles, and the astrological cycles this month, the retrogrades and the eclipses, this is why we're thinking about our past and we're going back. It's totally natural for everybody this month to be doing that. You know, there's going to be a change, and there's going to be a change of direction or energy of you. You know, you should be feeling, hopefully, I hope you're feeling strong and confident this month. Page of Taurus, and I hope that you're feeling ready to move towards, this is what this energy is about. It's the energy of moving towards something, feeling creative, feeling confident, feeling energized and feeling renewed. And there's a change happening. This could be, for some of you, it could be someone from your past. It could be a younger fire sign, a younger Aries, Leo, Sag that wants to come back in. We've got this cycle of the Wheel of Fortune, but the Wheel of Fortune is always positive. It's always positive movement, positive change. It's always a gift. I mean, you know, with this, oh, excuse me, sorry, that's never happened before. So obviously, excuse me, sorry about that. So I always keep my pad up there just to sort of keep an eye on everyone's readings and stuff. Let me just tidy up a bit. Okay, so the fact that that just happened, you just saw that happen, didn't you? Yeah, that just happened. You just saw that happen. When I picked up these 2 cards, that just fell down. And that's been there. That's just my notes that I use, and that's been there all that time. So it's suggestive then that there's going to be movement in this relationship for you. There's going to be a new start for you. It does suggest movement. So you're going to be doing the moving towards somebody else, maybe back towards somebody else, going back, entering back into a cycle. But it's one that's positive. I mean, the fact that it came through so strongly, and I know some of you, I've spoken to some Tauruses on the previous videos that I've done in the comments, and a lot of them, some of them have said, oh my God, yeah, this is so true. And even the cross-watchers have said, yeah, this is so true. So please let me know in the comments. I will be doing an additional reading in the month of July. I might just for you guys call it an additional reading and not an additional love reading, just so that you can get, so if I'm hitting the same people, I can hit some more people. So just let me know in the comments. Justice needs to be clarified. This is only appears, this card, if someone's been treated, this is it, if there's been ill treatment. So yeah, it's a new beginning, it's a new start, it's a new opportunity. So whether it's with a person from your past, or there's going to be balance is going to be restored, and you're going to be able to move toward a new commitment or toward a new enterprise, new business. Some of you could have had, this is all wands actually, isn't it, down here now. So it's suggestive that there could have been some conflict in work as well. Some of you could have had conflict in work with your business partner, or with somebody that you work with, your boss. It could have been with family. The amount of messages that are coming through, Taurus. I'm going to have a nice cleansing soak tonight. Yeah, we've got 5. Some of you might be actually in business or in a conflict, you know, working with, or your parent or whatever. If you might be a Pisces, because these 2 cards came out for Pisces as well. And I shuffled, as I said, you've seen me shuffle millions of times. So it's it's quite interesting actually, isn't it, that comes out. So some of you could be dealing with a Pisces. And yeah. There's a lot of messages coming through. I'm going to just sit back and I'm going to just say, this is what I'm going to say to you, because we're getting on a bit. This is what I'm going to say to you, Taurus, in summation, to sum up your reading. I'm going to say that the next 2 weeks for you there is going to be movement and there's going to be change. For some of you, it's going to be in relationships. You're going to be going back to somebody that you have been separated from, and there's been separation from, and there's been literally coldness, i.e. no communication, no talking, no nothing. Some of you are going to actually go back, even if it's just, I don't know, this is your wifey. That's what it said. You see this person as your husband, as your wife, as a